short jackets, crop jackets that have matching skirts or dresses. They were very popular in the entire part of the decade of the 60s, and I wanted to share with you a couple of the short dresses that I have, which are not necessarily from the 60s, but I'm going to show you important designers and why they're so important to collect if you're a collector of designer. And then I'm going to show you a really rare jacket from probably like 1968, when Andy Warhol in this boutique found, basically they hired Betsey Johnson to do the movie for the wardrobe for Eddie Sedgwick in Shaw, Manhattan. So these are some of the labels that I love. This is a really cool short jacket, and it's in linen. It's from Claude Montana. Over here, this is a really cool short, very 80s Jean-Paul Gaultier, probably from like 1980, like 1987 or 86. Over here we have a 1950s really old Jean Patou of Paris. I don't know if you can see the label there. Let's see. Let me see. Jean Patou. Now everybody knows that Jean Patou in Paris was basically one of the first designers that ever came out from the world of fashion. He was very famous in the 1910s, and then in the 1920s, and then it was followed by Chanel and Schiaparelli. Over here we have a really cool lavender short crop in wool by Valentino. And Valentino just retired from the world of fashion and did an amazing collection, showed an amazing collection in the MTV Fashion Awards. I think it was the British something Fashion Awards. If you can tell me who made this jacket, I will be glad to send it to you. Express priority mail. And of course it was sold at I Magnin, so we know that this jacket is worth over $2,000. I won't tell you who it is. This jacket over here is pretty amazing. It is constructed to the max, and it has amazing details, and the skirt that goes with it, it's very haute couture. Now this jacket, it's from the 1960s, and it's basically a Beatles in velvet. It's a mod jacket, and they're very rare. And the fabric, of course, is a Burberry print type, and it's probably from Ireland. And the inside fabric is pretty cool. Also, the lining is very great, but the label says it all. This is the label for Paraphernalia, and it was a boutique in the 60s in New York, where if you didn't sell your clothes at Paraphernalia, then basically you were not in fashion. Because I mean, this is where all the designers were selling their clothes, and where Betsey Johnson started selling her label, and the store where she used to work, from what I know. And Michael Mott designed some of the best jackets that ever came out of that boutique, and I happen to own one of them. And to end my video, of course, who would not love this designer? And the buttons are huge. Christian Dior 1980s turquoise jacket. So I've given you a tour of some of my favorite jackets from my personal collection of American and European couture that dates back to the 1700s, but it really doesn't really get started. I mean, it doesn't really get more interesting than in the 1950s and now. So hopefully you have learned something from my videos, from my collection of couture. And please share it with your friends, comment and rate, and tell everybody that Francisco Medavog has one of the most amazing collections of American and European couture.